It started as whispers, hushed voices in academic halls, muttered sermons from religious pulpits. But now it's out in the open. In Israel, paedophilia is being rebranded, even legalized. According to members of Israel's own parliament, Netanyahu's government isn't just turning a blind eye, it's protecting the predators. A cabal of paedophile judges, politicians, CEOs, and so-called elites shielded from exposure. And while the victims are silenced, the government is taking a chainsaw to the very safeguards meant to protect them. Dismantling age of consent laws, banning sex offender registers, stripping away every last defense. Why? Because these monsters in power say child abuse isn't abuse at all. It's natural. It's good for the child. It's even ordained by ancient law. They want you to believe we're all paedophiles at heart. But here's the truth. This isn't about faith or culture or tradition. It's about control. And once you see who benefits from normalizing the unthinkable, you'll understand just how deep this rot goes. Before we dive in, a quick word about our partner, VP.net, the next generation of private browsing. VP.net is the only VPN designed with true zero-logging architecture. That means, unlike other VPNs, it literally can't track you. So even if governments or bad actors come knocking, there's nothing to hand over. It's that simple. Your data stays yours, period. For years, Israel has been hiding in plain sight as a safe haven for predatory paedophiles. Time and time again, it's refused to extradite men wanted for crimes against children. And don't take my word for it. These aren't rumours, they're headlines straight out of Israel's own media. But now something has shifted. The diabolical systematic paedophile cult, one that traces back nearly 9,000 years, is facing the greatest threat it's ever known: exposure. Israeli MP Avi Mose is now leading the charge inside the Knesset. His warning is explosive. Netanyahu isn't just tolerating paedophilia, and he isn't just shielding the powerful men behind it. He's rewriting the law itself to make their crimes against children perfectly legal. Paedophilia is perversion, Mose said. Paedophilia is a disgusting phenomenon, and I'll do everything in my power to make sure the children of Israel are not abandoned because of one agenda or another. Mose says the situation is critical. He warns that behind closed doors, steps are already underway to legalize paedophilia and to grant legal immunity to tens of thousands of known abusers who continue to operate with impunity inside Israel. Mose warns that many of these predators see themselves as chosen, ordained by God. In their minds, abusing children isn't a crime at all, but a holy mandate, an ancient right granted to them by divine authority. The most notorious case is that of Malka Leifer, the former principal of the ultra-orthodox Adas Israel School in Melbourne, Australia, between 2003 and 2008. She was charged by Victoria Police with 74 counts of sexual assault and rape against her female students. But before she could face justice, Leifer fled to Emmanuel, Israel. Soon after arriving in the town, she resumed abusing children. Yet her family insists she's done nothing wrong, and she's only showing the children love. In their eyes, no crime has been committed.
What did you discover in Emmanuel?
I met a father and a daughter who were living on the outskirts of Emmanuel, who told me that Khalifa approached his daughter, her name's Sarah, and tried to give her extra special studies, religious studies, moral studies, also education, and show her how to become a good Jewish woman. The girl said that she touched her inappropriately, and that's what I found out there. I have to say that from what I understand from her family, they really do believe in Malka Leifer. They don't believe that she did anything. I heard recordings of her husband, Yaakov Leifer, talking about his handsy wife and saying she really loves children. They don't see that as rape, and that's a fundamental problem within the Haredi community, that they're not looking at these situations as a problem or as something to be addressed. And if it should be addressed within the rabbinical courts or among the community themselves, and definitely not in a civil court. They're very anti-establishment. They don't believe in the court that we're here in today, and they will support their sister, their mother, until the end.
It's this twisted mindset at the grassroots level that gives cover to the elites, allowing elite paedophilia rings to flourish in plain sight. And that's exactly what's happening, according to Mose and a growing number of whistleblowers. Generations of victims are now stepping forward with horrific stories of abuse. Stories that are being systematically buried, whitewashed, and even legislated out of existence by the Netanyahu government. Whistleblowers claim that high-level politicians, including Netanyahu's settlement minister Orit Strock, are directly involved. Some of the most damning testimony comes from their own children, who say they were raped and abused in satanic rituals at VIP events that were meticulously documented and recorded.
היי, רציתי לשתף משהו אחרי תקופה ארוכה שאני סוחבת את זה עם עצמי. קוראים לי שושנה סטרוק. אני עברתי פגיעה מינית בילדות על ידי שני ההורים שלי. הפגיעה המינית צולמה. זה אומר שזה בעצם שימש לפורנוגרפיית ילדים. אני גם נפגעתי מינית בתור ילדה, אבל גם בעצם כנראה שאני נמצאת כרגע תחת איומים של גורמים עבריינים יותר גדולים. אני מאוד לא מבינה בעולם הזה. אני מרגישה מאוימת. אני הגשתי תלונה במשטרה על ההורים שלי לפני שיצאתי מהארץ. עכשיו חזרתי בבעלה לארץ כי הבנתי שאני בעצם מאוימת על ידי גורמים עבריינים.
Which brings us to Epstein, because according to investigators, what we're seeing in Israel isn't isolated, it's part of a coordinated systematic network, a machine that runs through globalist power structures, including the World Economic Forum, designed to normalize the unthinkable: rape, ritual abuse, murder, and blackmail. Epstein wasn't an anomaly, he was one of many.
Let's go to the Attorney General. Did she fail to prosecute Epstein and others for crimes committed under her jurisdiction when she was the Attorney General of the state of Florida?
She did. Well, it's hard to know how much her arm was twisted. Everybody except for Donald Jr., I guess, in those clips, when they were asked, what's important to you? What did they say? Their relationship with Israel. That's all they care about. They probably looked at the list, found out it went back to Israel, and that was it. The list was gone. And the list was gone the day Netanyahu came to visit again. He said, get rid of it.
What is the connection to Israel? Was Epstein a Mossad asset?
1,000% he was. First off, Epstein did not create this compromise ring. He walked into a pre-existing nexus. They've been doing this. And if anybody's like, oh, our greatest ally, would Israel really run an operation that included child rape? Israel shoots children. Israel shoots people in line begging for food. And Israel is the go-to haven for pedophile refugees. They all know if you get caught, you can flee to Israel and get away with it.
For decades, hiding in plain sight has been their modus operandi. But now, the push to legalize paedophilia marks an entirely new level of depravity. Outrage is already brewing inside Israel, as the elites move to dismantle the last remaining protections for children. So, can they be stopped? Or is it already too late? The answer might shock you. We'll be back in a moment after this important word from our sponsor.